Hello students, I'm Snehal Kautekar. I'm here to teach you paper number 10, Quantum Mechanics. In the quantum mechanics, we having only equations, so you can get full marks, means out of out marks, if you kindly thinking the equations or cooperate with the videos and don't miss the tiny things, means small things from which you got idea to how to solve the equations. So now let's start. You can see the syllabus on your mobile, means in university website. In the quantum mechanics, we have 4 chapters. First is matter waves, second Schrodinger equation, third operators in quantum mechanics, and application of Schrodinger equation. Now let's start. Our first chapter is Schrodinger equation. In this Schrodinger equation, there are some points, but today we taken only these points, which is physical significance of wave function. Second, Schrodinger equation, which is time dependent. And for these two cases, for Schrodinger equation, time dependent equation, there are two cases for that, 1D and 3-dimensional. Here D means dimensional. Okay, time independent equation means which is Schrodinger time independent equation. Now I am showing you what is the wave function. Here psi is your wave function. This is the symbol of psi. Psi is your notification. Okay, psi is nothing but oscillatory function. Means you know de Broglie waves. Then psi is your oscillatory function. It is variable quantity, means this is your sine wave. Okay, here not called as height. Okay, it's called as amplitude. The distance from mean position or center position to from here is called as amplitude. It's positive, it's negative, means wave becomes as negative also. So psi is not an experimental observable quantity. Okay, this is the first thing in the wave function. Second, it has no direct physical significance. After some points, I'll tell you how it is not direct how it not taken as a direct physical significance. Third, psi is a solution of wave equation. Like as your wave equation is means that here psi is equal to a sine x. Okay, here x means what? Positive particle is going to x direction. That's why here we taken as a x. If here we taken as a sine y, then your particle is going to y direction or z direction. Okay, psi. First, I'm telling you your probability function. What is probability function? Means the probability of something is 1. Probability is neither greater than 1 or not less than 1. Okay, so it comes 1. If 0.99 is it okay, but 0.74 wrong, 1 point something is wrong, means probability should be 1. Then if probability is 1, then your particle is exist in this space. If your probability comes as a 0, then particle is not exist in the space. If probability is 1, its particle is present. What is meant by present? Present means the particle is present somewhere in this space. That's why probability is 1 means it is exist. And what is meant by 0? It's not exist. That's it's called as 0. Okay. Now, if I show you here, means probability is this is our wave. This is our wave. This is the amplitude. It's positive amplitude, negative amplitude. Means amplitude may or may not be negative. Okay. Then Schrodinger equations means which is comes in wave equation psi. It's also negative, but probability is negative. But it's not possible. It has no meaning. Where your probability is negative means it comes back to the 1. Okay. So sequence of absolute value of psi is that then we have to calculate psi square, means mod psi square. If your probability function here your wave equation is negative, that's why we have to calculate mod psi square. Okay, Means psi is equal to a sin x. If they gives us, then you have to calculate mod psi square, means same function as it is, psi into psi. Okay, means a sin x into a sin x. A is as it is, suppose that it is as a constant, a square sin square x. Now student, you must have to knowing the formulas of trigonometric function. Sin x, what is sin x, cos x, derivative of sin x, cos x, integration of sin x, cos. You have to must have to know the formula of sin square x. Okay, that's not sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. It's knowing, but belong that or behind that there are some another formulas. You have to know about that. Okay, let me show you one thing. Means if your psi square is, what is mod psi square? Probability density function. Okay, we called it as a probability density function. Then the large value of psi square means what? The probability of the presence of the particle is strong, or if it is small, then it is not strong, means it is less. Okay, probability neither 0, means it can't be 0, it's have definite value like as a 1. I show you here, if it is comes below or more than 1, then it is wrong. Okay, your answer is totally wrong, because 1 is your probability. And if the function is complex, means when the complex, then means like as you people know, psi is equal to a e raised to ix. A e raised to ix is your function. Okay, then now what you have to calculate? Then you have to know the complex of psi star. Psi means psi is your function, what is exponential function, where imaginary part comes. Imaginary part means what? Your equations may be considered as x is equal to a plus ib. Okay, a plus ib. Here a is your real part, I is imaginary part. Its axis along x is axis where your equation got a plus ib. A is real or ib is imaginary part. So here exponential function comes and imaginary function is also comes. So exponential function comes, and at that time you have to calculate the complex of psi. What is mean by complex? Then a is equal to what? Psi is equal to a e raised to ix. Okay, then complex of its is psi star. Okay, notation, remember the notation of complex, which is psi star. A as it is, because a is a constant, and e raised to, where you see I comes, that term is negative. Okay, as it is, but it comes as a negative. So you have to calculate psi into psi star. Just take product of those things, both things product, means what comes? A e raised to ix into a e raised to minus ix. A, what a into a square, some constant, e raised to ix minus e raised to, e raised to ix. You know the term e raised to ix, some part exponential term, this part is, you have to know the logarithmic, integral or trigonometric functions. E raised to ix minus e raised to ix, a raised to square, e raised to 0. E raised to 0, what is the e raised to 0? 1. Okay, then a square. Okay, psi into psi star is also mod psi square. If the function is not complex, then you have to take same as it is the function, but your function is like as a exponential, like as a exponential term, then you have to calculate psi into psi star, then 1 a square comes. Okay, now what is the things to knowing how is the wave function, means it is normalized or not normalized? There are some things. Okay, 3 conditions are there. First condition is like, first thing is normalization condition. normalization condition. Basically, three conditions are there here. Normalization conditions. One means what? The particle is going from minus infinity to plus infinity. Must we remember that minus infinity to infinity. If particle going from 0 to infinity, it is not normalization condition. It is something another condition. Okay. Then you have to know that normalization condition means minus infinity to infinity. Okay. Psi square dv is equal to, what is mean by dv? dv is a volume, and when we take the volume, if your particle is going through x direction, either y direction or either z direction, that's why we take here volume. Okay, means integration minus infinity to infinity mod psi square dv. Okay, again you written like this, psi into psi star dv. Same. Again you can minus infinity to infinity p dv. V is a volume and p is momentum, means probability should be 1. Remember that in normalization condition your probability comes as a 1. Right. Then okay, means now I show you something. Means your wave function psi is equal to what? A psi or something, your probability psi square. Okay, let's rough it and I just show you minus infinity to infinity. Just thing is that for that function psi and psi star there is some constant thing. A is supposed to be, A is your constant, A psi into A psi star. Okay, and what is here? dv, because volume is equal to 1. Here the normalization condition is 1. If condition, we satisfy the condition by solving this, then you don't have to calculate constant. If your function means wave equation is not constant, means not normalized, then you have to normalize them. It is necessity thing. Okay, means if your wave equation, what is wave equation? Psi is your wave equation, is normalized, then answer comes as a 1 by solving only for that method. But if it is not normalized, then how to calculate or how to normalize the function? This is the condition. Okay, means this is your some constant, nothing that, but psi into psi star. If psi is any equation or function, is it exponential function, trigonometric function, isn't matter, but there is a some constant. So again same quantity take it here, or if it is exponential term is here, take complex of, means plus I minus I, take only complex. If here it is cos function, okay, cos, then here nothing, same as it is you have to write. But if here e raised to something, then you have to take here exponential term like as a negative sign, means complex. Okay, then a square minus infinity to infinity psi into psi star dv is equal to 1. Then how to calculate? A mod a square. Okay, then mod a square is equal to what? 1 upon integration minus infinity to infinity psi into psi star dv. Okay, by that formula you calculate constant. Second condition is orthogonal condition. Okay, second condition is what? Orthogonal condition. Your wave equation, let's suppose it is psi 1 of x. Why here? Why we choose here x? Because your particle is going through x direction. You know the position vector r. R means what? Position vector. Means why we choose r? Because we don't know our particle is going either x direction, y direction or z direction. We don't know. but here we know your particle is going to only x direction. That's why we choose here x. Okay. Here our wave function is psi1 of x and complex of it is psi1 star of x. Then let comes to second wave. Assume second wave is psi2 of x and its complex is psi2 star of x. Then now remember that in orthogonal condition we have to vanish the product of other waves as a complex waves. Means we have to taking product of one wave psi1 of x and another wave's complex point psi2 star x. Okay, means it's vanishes. Means what is meant by vanish? Answer comes to be 0. Okay, psi1 x dot psi2 star of x. Remember that. Now here in normalization condition, what's the limits? Minus infinity to plus infinity. But here in the orthogonal condition, we have to choose the limits from a to b. Okay, what is here? Psi1 x into psi2 star of x dx. Why dx here? Why we write dx here? Because our particle going to x direction. That's why we choose take it here x dx, derivative of x. Okay, it's same as it is a to b psi2 of x dot psi1 star of x dx, okay, is equal to 0. Vanish. Okay, in general what? In general means a to b psi n x into psi m x dx is equal to 0 or its Now see Schrodinger equation, Schrdinger apostrophe s. Okay, Schrodinger's equation, which is time dependent. There are two equations. First is time dependent, another is time independent. Let's see first time dependent. What is the time dependent Schrodinger equation? Now see the kinetic energy of the particle. You know the kinetic energy of particle is E is equal to 1 by 2 mv square. Okay, as per you know half mv square. Let's adjust m on denominator and on numerator. Here we added 1 m, then it comes m square. Therefore mv square. Mv square means what? Momentum. P square by twice m. Okay, here p is what? P is momentum. Now we have to calculate momentum. What is momentum? P is equal to h upon lambda. Okay, let's adjust h 2 pi on denominator and on numerator, 2 pi upon lambda. Now what is meant by h upon 2 pi? As per you know de Broglie wavelength, h cross. Okay, h upon 2 pi is equal to h cross. Let's see, assume here proportionality constant k once. Okay, therefore what is k is equal to 2 pi by lambda, and what h cross is equal to h upon 2 pi as per you people know. Okay, then what? Again kinetic energy is equal to h nu as per Planck's constant. Okay, let's adjust 2 pi, h upon 2 pi into 2 pi nu. Here h upon 2 pi again comes h cross, and let's suppose that 2 pi nu is equal to omega. Okay, equation second, Einstein equation is called as Einstein equation. Okay, equation 1, equation second. Now we have to calculate the harmonic wave function. Okay, means now we have to calculate harmonic wave function. So we should have one of the term like this cos kx minus omega t sin kx minus omega t, or in exponential form e raised to I kx minus omega t, or e raised to minus I kx minus omega t. As per the four terms, we have to calculate our sequence, means our equation. Okay, now let's assume that here we assume that psi of xt. Okay, why we take here x? Because our particle going through x direction, not in y direction, not in z direction. It's going to x direction with respect to time, means it takes some time to going from one point to another point. So let's see, we choose here exponential term. A is our proportionality constant, a e raised to I kx minus omega t. Okay, let's see first here from here we calculate the term like k. Okay, k is equal to what? P by h cross. Okay, this term comes, and here omega is equal to e by h cross. Okay, means take term numerator as a denominator going to LHS or RHS. Okay, now separate this term a as it is, e raised to I. What is kx minus omega t? Let's see again, a e raised to I. Put the term. What is k? What is k? K is equal to p by h cross. Put here p by h cross x minus omega. What is omega? E by h cross. E by h cross into t. Okay, got it? Then a e raised to I. H in the denominator is a common quantity, so take it common. Okay, then in bracket what remains? Px minus et, right? Then what? We just saw the equation psi of xt is equal to a e raised to I by h cross px minus et. Okay, p is a coefficient of x and e is a coefficient of t, which is equation 3. Differentiate with respect to x. Then what comes? Dou psi by dou x is equal to a as it is, which is constant. Then derivative of exponential term e raised to I, or e raised to x derivative e raised to x, or e raised to ix derivative e raised to ix, but coefficient of x is I. Then take here coefficient as it is. Okay, then what here comes? A as it is, e term of e is as it is, and coefficient of x is what? P here, but I by h cross is a common term for both, so I by h cross is also coefficient of x. Okay, then now just see I by h cross and p, I by h cross and p same, and this is our wave function. Just saw behind, psi is equal to a e raised to I as it is. Okay, this term, so here we write psi. Then now we want to calculate p psi. Okay, then this term comes to that side, h cross by I dou psi by dou x is equal to p psi, but we don't want I as a denominator, so multiply here, multiply numerator and denominator. Then dou psi by dou x as it is, I h cross, but on denominator I multiply by I into I is I square, and what is the value of I square? Is minus 1, so take here minus. Okay, is equal to p psi. Again differentiate with respect to x. Then what? Minus I h cross as it is. Second derivative of dou psi by dou x is equal to dou 2 psi by dou x square is equal to p dou psi by dou x. Okay, then p, what is the value of dou psi by dou x? With here p psi I by h cross. Okay, then as it is minus I h cross dou 2 psi by dou x square is equal to p into p square. Psi and I by h cross as it is. But we don't want here also yet I by h cross. We want here p square by p square psi. Okay. Then this term comes to that side. Then h cross by I minus I h cross dou 2 psi by dou x square p square psi. Okay. I cancelled. Minus as it is h cross into h cross square. So dou 2 psi by dou x square is equal to p square psi. Now from the kinetic energy equation, what is E is equal to 1 is half mv square or p square by twice m. So for this we have to divide twice m on both sides. Okay, then minus h cross square by twice m dou 2 psi by dou x square is equal to p square by twice m into psi. Okay, from the beginner. Then minus h cross square by twice m dou 2 psi by dou x square is equal to E psi. What is the value of that? Which is E psi. Okay. Then differentiate. Then what? See here. Now, then differentiate equation 3. What is equation 3? Psi of xt is equal to a e raised to I by h cross px minus et. Okay. Differentiate that equation with respect to t. Then here comes dou psi by dou t is equal to a and e exponential term as it is. But where here the coefficient of t is minus e. Sign is necessary here. Okay. Minus e and I by h cross is common term from both. So psi, this is the function of psi. Okay. Minus e by I h cross. Then now what from behind E psi is equal to minus h cross by I dou psi by dou t. Again we don't want denominator here. So I h cross I into I square minus minus plus. So dou psi by dt, which is equation 5. From 4 and 5 equating both the equations, what comes? I h cross dou psi by dou t is equal to minus h cross square by twice m dou 2 psi by dou x square, which is the equation of Schrodinger time dependent. Means highlight here, and it is the Schrodinger time dependent equation along x axis. Here we take x. Okay. If the question is arising like that, you want to calculate Schrodinger time dependent equation along y direction, then means you have to take derivative with respect to y, not with respect to x. Okay. Now there are two conditions for Schrodinger time dependent equation. There is two cases, means one is one dimensional case, second is three dimensional case. In one dimensional case means where the particle, means here your particle is going to only on x direction, not on y, not on z. Okay, particle is going to that direction, we know. But in three dimensional we don't know particle is where go, means x, y or here z. Okay. So one dimensional case, in one dimensional case we have to calculate the Schrodinger equation. So total kinetic energy is equal, total energy is equal to what? Kinetic energy plus potential energy. What is kinetic energy? Half mv square plus potential energy is v of xt. Okay. Why we take here x? Because particle is going to single x direction. So again we can write half mv square is as p square by twice m. Here we take suffix x because particle is going to x direction, not on y, not on z. Then v of xt. Then multiply psi on both sides because psi is our wave function. Then what comes? E psi is equal to px square by twice m plus v of xt into psi. Then replace that term e, p, v by its operator. When operator comes, you have to take here cap. Okay. Then E cap psi is equal to P cap x square by twice m plus V cap of xt into psi. Okay. Then what is the value of E? Must remember that when we take the value of E is IH cross dou psi by dou t. Psi is your function. Ignore that. Okay. But value of E is IH cross dou by dou t. Okay. when we calculate energy, you have to calculate with respect to time, and when we calculate momentum, you have to calculate with means like as a direction. For particular direction, x direction different momentum, y direction different momentum, z direction different momentum. But here energy depends on time. So with respect to time, E is equal to IH cross dou psi by dou t. Then what is P? Along x direction. Behind you saw the formulas E and P. So what P? P is minus IH cross dou by dou x. Here square, so take here square. Divided by twice m plus V cap of xt as it is into psi. Then square it. Then square it. What square? Minus square plus I square minus. So take it here minus h cross square by twice m. Don't square it. Okay. Square only for this term. Okay. Then dou 2 psi by dou x square plus V x of t as it is and psi. Multiply psi into inside the square. This is equation first. Means what? This is one dimensional case of Schrodinger time dependent equation. Now we see the three dimensional case. Now what is three dimensional case? Here total energy E is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy plus, but see here we take here R, not x, y or z particular direction. Okay, R is a position vector. So meaning of R is your particle is going either x direction, y direction or z direction. So in three dimensional case it must comes position vector R with respect to time, because our theory is dependent on time. So multiply psi of RT here. So E cap psi of RT square bracket 1 upon twice m is constant. So Px square for regarding direction, Px square plus Py square plus Pz square, because sum of those direction. Okay, plus V of RT 1 upon twice m as it is. Px, value of Px is minus IH cross dou by dou x. What is the value of Py? Minus IH cross dou by dou y. And what is the value of Pz? Minus IH cross dou by dou z. But here square, so square this bracket. Okay, plus V of RT, and psi of RT is common between those. Okay, then what comes? What is E? E is equal to IH cross dou by dou t. Just before I told you E is the function of time, so always remember E is equal to IH cross dou psi by dou t. But here psi is a function of R and t. So now let's see here, twice m is a common between all these things. So minus square of minus plus square of I square. I square is also again minus. Okay, minus 1 h cross square. So from a 1 2 3 h cross square or minus is common term. So take it outside. Minus h cross square by twice m. Then what comes? Dou 2 psi by dou x square, dou 2 by dou x square, dou 2 by dou y square, dou 2 by dou z square. Here the notation triangle means reversed triangle is called a Laplacian operator. Okay, this is your triangle and this is your Laplacian. Okay, then what? Psi of RT, multiply psi of RT for those terms because it's common on those, and reverse the term means put all the terms are going to left side. Then del square psi plus twice m by h cross square E minus V of RT is into psi is equal to 0. This equation comes for three dimensional. Next lecture I show you how it comes. Okay, means rearranging the equation only. Psi square psi as it is, twice m by h cross square go to that side, then twice m here by h cross square here, h cross square in h cross square, 1 h cross and 1 h cross go. Okay, that type it comes. And here also twice m by h cross square, because we don't want minus h cross square by twice m here, so we have to multiply both this term by twice m by h cross square. Okay, so rearrange the equation, this equation comes. Okay, thank you students.